JJ, the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. Listen, really quick, I want you to start paying attention to some new terms that are coming out this week if you're wanting to kind of keep tabs on the latest stimulus act or relief to come. I am assuming we're going to get some. That does seem like there is progress as the sausage does seem to be being made. But new term out today, and it is new to me, new to you. It's probably been in the bowels of the Senate, Congress, but we're now seeing language related to the Restart Act. The Restart Act is now going to be coupled with the HEALS Act, and the HEALS Act is in response to the HEROES Act. That is all because the CARES Act has all basically run out of the funds that it's going to provide. We know that for PPP, you have until August 8th on or before to get it. If you haven't got it, you go get it. Got other videos. You can go to the SBA website to find a lender. This video is to let you know if you already got PPP, it seems as though there's going to be another round of PPP, but we don't know. The HEALS Act, HEALS, is the Senate proposed act for the next round of stimulus. The HEROES Act, HEROES, is what the Democrats came up with and the House a month ago. And then what just seems to have surfaced today is the Restart Act. It was something that was put into play from somebody a little while ago. Now it's kind of resurfaced. So basically what you need to know this is there's a number of things going on. The Restart Act is basically a loan program, okay? Not a forgivable loan, a loan program, very much like the existing EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. Not the exact same, but it's a loan, not forgivable. That's in essence what the Restart Act would be. None of these things have come to fruition. None of them are law. There is no actual HEROES Act, no actual HEALS Act, no actual Restart Act, because none of them have been put into law. What we know that probably most small business owners are interested in is the Paycheck Protection Program. I've got a couple of videos talking about what's being proposed, what you need to prepare for. This is the big thing that I think will be part of the next round of stimulus, assuming it comes out, that is going to be for small business owners, that would be a forgivable loan, that would be related to payroll, is that you'll need to show that you have had a reduction in your business, in your gross receipts due to COVID. So I've got some other videos talking about that have just come out in the last week and a half. I don't really want to get into, well, right now, Senator this is that, and the Speaker's this, and the Majority Leader's that, and all that kind of stuff. More just I wanted to let you know that it does seem like they're moving in a direction where the Paycheck Protection Program will be the most likely winner, but it's going to have more things involved with it. If they also do the Restart Act, it may take the place of the Paycheck Protection Program, might be more palatable to Washington because it's money that would then have to be paid back, not just provided based on payroll and forgivable. Here's my prediction, okay? This is why you're tuned in, right? My prediction is that if they go with the Restart Act, where it is a loan to the small business owners, that they will then provide more in the unemployment, which is probably good news for the self-employed. I think they're gonna, as the unemployment, the federal pandemic unemployment assistance has run out, and they're looking at what are they gonna do next. I think that with a loan program out of Restart, I just keep looking at my notes because there's so many freaking acts here. I'm just double checking I'm saying it right. But the restart, okay, if it's just providing a loan, that doesn't necessarily give a small business owner any incentive to pay their employees because it's money they're having to borrow to pay back. And therefore, if money's being given to the small business owner as a loan, then I think the government will provide a better extension of unemployment benefits. Okay. Now, if they go with the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program, that is geared towards the small business owner being able to continue payroll. Now, there's talk, and that's all it is right now, is that we might be able to spend the next round of PPP if it comes about on other things besides payroll, rent, utilities, and interest. Maybe, who knows? But if they go with the Paycheck Protection Program round 2, where you could get more money, meaning even if you already got PPP 1, you can get PPP 2, more money, then I think that the unemployment extension, the unemployment benefits that they'll provide, and now that it's expired, will be very little, because the mindset is the Paycheck Protection Program is being paid to the small business owner to then pay its employees. Well, it's getting to be a little bit too late, in the sense that there are small business owners out there that they had to start closing a month ago again, or 3 weeks ago, or they're at half capacity, or they've run out of PPP, they're running out of EIDL. I think that a likelihood here is the restart program with more unemployment. It's an election year, folks. Okay, PPP is free money to small business. Unemployment, not free money because it's taxable, okay, but it's for the small business owner. Okay, unemployment's for the employees that don't have a job. The restart program helps small business owners. But here's my thing. I think the restart program would be better. I get it. Why not get free money? Okay, but the restart program would be better because employers are not going to get that money if they don't actually need it. With PPP, the employer might not technically need it, but if it's available and they meet the qualifications and they can show that they were hit by COVID, most likely they're going to take the free money. And yes, they will have to use it for payroll. Don't get me wrong. They don't have to. They can use, if everything were to stay the same as PPP-1, they can use up to 40% of it for things other than payroll. Here's the thing. Here's your takeaway. Be paying attention to the jargon of the Restart Act, the HEALS Act, the HEROES Act, and when you're doing any kind of search or Google, or if you're looking at any other videos, I won't tell, be looking at what the date of the article is, the date of the video that's talking about what's to come. So you notice I'm not getting down into any details, and the reason is that sausage is being made this week, but as you're following, as you're doing keyword searches and Googling it, and I would tell you this, Forbes magazine always has, in my opinion, the best overviews, because they're not political, number one. Number two, they have lots of links on where you can go to actually get information. They're on top of it. So I'm following Forbes. You should follow Forbes, as in their Google. Go to their website. You're following the articles. They don't have videos on YouTube that I know of. But anyways, so pay attention to what's going on. I don't know that there's really any influence we can have on what's going about. I think for me and my clients, I like the Restart program because yes, it's a loan, but I have clients that they don't need more payroll money. Okay, they need money to do other things to keep business going, not just paying their employees, or not just getting funds that only allow them to pay employees. While it helps, I also think that the Restart program is going to help businesses like an S-Corp owner who doesn't pay themselves wages. An S-Corp owner that doesn't pay themselves wages got nothing out of PPP. The real estate industry got nothing out of PPP. Why? Because they didn't have any wages on the real estate industry. Why did an S-Corp owner not get anything out of PPP if they didn't pay themselves wages? Well, because it's all based on wages. For the self-employed, you only got PPP if you had net income, and then that net income you only got, you guessed it, divided by 12 times 2.5. Where with the Restart, if you're needing the money, this is an opportunity that you'd be able to get it. It sounds like it could be, because it's not in existence, where credit's really not a factor there for you. Where with PPP, they were blind, other than if you had some federal problems or, there were some minor things, but it had nothing to do with credit. You could be completely in dire straits with no credit available to you, or unable to get credit, and you could get PPP. So I think the Restart is better for America. I think the Restart is better for the small business owner, because they're going to be able to get funds and use it for other things that they need. I don't mean expanding and doing a refinance alone. I'm talking about being able to use it as they move along, because PPP basically has to be used, the majority of it, for payroll. Well, there's small businesses that don't have the same payroll as they used to. Whereas with PPP, yes, it's free money, but it doesn't help the real estate industry. It doesn't help S-Corp owners that didn't pay themselves a wage or paid themselves very little in wages. And I think the Restart Act allows for employees that are unemployed. It allows for the self-employed that is not making money to get better federal unemployment, PUA. Federal Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. I think the Restart Act that provides a loan provides better unemployment assistance at a higher amount, because they'll have to do that. Now, I think either way, we'll work through it. We'll figure it out. But here's kind of the things that I'm thinking. I'm not giving you my opinion based on what I think's better for any other reason than the industries that did not get PPP with the Restart Act would be able to get some assistance. Not free money, not forgivable loans, but they'd have access to the loans. And the other reason I feel like this is so important is that within about 90 days, we're going to see a real issue with those industries that didn't get Paycheck Protection Program monies. So something has to be provided to help those industries. The Restart Act, by providing loans, helps all industries: real estate, S-Corp owners, small, big, self-employed, sole proprietor, right? It helps them. And my opinion, you got the Restart Act, then those employees that don't have a job, the self-employed that can't get the ongoing revenue coming back in, are going to get better unemployment benefits. And they're taxable. I hate that, sucks, seems wrong. But the reason I say that is that the government's going to get some of that back through taxes. The Paycheck Protection Program, though, I think is still, it's a familiarity. But I think if there's Paycheck Protection Program that gets renewed, not going to be that great of unemployment benefits, which leaves a lot of people kind of on the outside looking in. So anyways, I came across it and this term in the act, and I thought I'd throw together a quick video, just let you know my thoughts on the update. Yeah, a lot of sausage being made. And then I'll be releasing a video here in a little while, but the SBA just released today, August 4th, the frequently asked questions on the PPP loan forgiveness. And it's pretty good. It's a number of pages, and it's just answering some questions. And I'll be honest with you, I think what they've done is they've already taken the information that they've already been providing us to in the guidelines and the instructions, and they put it into an FAQ. I'm not seeing anything new in here. I'm not seeing any like, oh my gosh, they did what? You can do what? It's the same information, but I like the FAQs when the SBA comes out with them, because what they do and do well, and they've done it in here, is they provide examples. So I'm not seeing any new information. All the things that I've covered before are pretty well covered in this, but I'll have a video coming out where I'll walk through some of the main aspects of this, where it does seem to be where we have a number of questions still coming in related to them. So I'm not seeing any earth-shattering, well, nothing earth-shattering. I'm seeing nothing in here that like, oh my gosh. Nonetheless, our focus right now, this week, if you haven't gotten PPP, get it. Our focus this week is what is the Senate going to do before they recess on Friday the 7th. We know that the SBA opens the portal on the 10th. Well, hardly any banks are taking any applications. So I don't know what that really means other than the banks will finally start taking applications for forgiveness. And so I'll be putting together a number of videos. I knew that we'd be getting some additional information like we just got from the SBA. So stay tuned. There's a lot of activity coming in August, but I will tell you this, if you made it to here, I appreciate it, but know this, there's not going to be any relief hitting your bank account in August. There's not going to be any money coming to your bank account in August. And if you watch my videos, you know I don't like saying things like that. I don't like being a pessimist, but I'm being a realist. Even if everybody comes to some kind of something stimulus by the end of this week, by the president signing it, all politics aside, just takes time for the sausage to get made and wrapped and sent to the White House and it gets signed, blah, blah, blah. Now we're to mid-August. By the time any of this money is then paid out, whether it's the stimulus check or PPP or the restart, applications have to be created, boom, boom, boom. We're into September before any money would be coming from anything, even if it was signed this week. So you need to be preparing now. If you haven't watched my other videos, you need to do it, the most recent ones, where you need to be making decisions. Are you going to be out of money this month? So what do you need to not pay for? What vendors do you need to call? What customers do you need to say, hey, listen, I need to get paid? Make some decisions now so you don't assume you're going to get relief and it doesn't come. I hate to say it, don't count on the unemployment coming. Okay? Whatever you're getting, you're getting. Whatever you were told is going to be your new amount, lowered down, you better plan on it the next 4 to 6 weeks. That'll be probably what you're getting. The reason I'm telling you that, though, is plan accordingly. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you and me, we're going to get through this. Don't you ever forget, you've never met a self-employed, small business owner, employee, teammate, spouse, partner, loved one, soulmate, wife, husband, business owner, employee, sole proprietor, single member LLC, you name it, superstar like you. You've never met anybody like you, have you? No. You're the best person to get you through what we're getting ready to go through here in August. So pull out the best that you have to offer because you need it in August. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. All right, hey, have a great one and subscribe.